Well, also in D.C. today, senators questioned high-ranking military members about the role of National Guard troops deployed to American cities.
Today's hearing asks a simple but profound question. What kind of country are we becoming?
Senators on both sides of the aisle were at odds. Republicans praised the president's use of troops, while Democrats argued it violates states' rights. The hearing lasted more than 2 hours. Here are some of the highlights.
The committee meets today to hear testimony on the deployment of National Guardsmen.
Thursday morning, a debate in Washington, D.C. over the legality of President Trump's deployment of the National Guard to American streets.
Let me be clear. Safety in our community is paramount. But these deployments do not make our streets safer.
But it would not be necessary if state and local officials were helping get criminal, illegal aliens and violent repeat offenders off the streets.
Outside of a courtroom, Thursday's hearing was the highest level of scrutiny of the deployments since they began 6 months ago, over the objection of many state and local leaders.
And so, General Guillot, can you outline what mission Guardsmen were pulled from in their home states, and have any Guard units been pulled from time-sensitive missions, such as wildfire response, medical evacuation support, cyber defense teams, and scheduled annual training?
Guard units that were activated to federal status in support of operations in California, Oregon, and Chicago were selected by the tags of those states.
Did you provide any backfill support to the governors of these affected states or those home state missions that are going unmet?
No, ma'am.
Democrats challenged top military officials about Trump's comments around the reasoning for these deployments. Trump has said there is a, quote, enemy within, and wants to use American cities as military training grounds.
So, General Guillot, is there an established DoD policy that authorizes using civilian communities as training grounds and American citizens as training tools?
No, Senator, there is not.
But if you carried out the president's objective of using a city for training, does this imply that civilians could be used as potential adversaries?
Senator, I'm very confident that that is not a factor within my chain of command.
So what do you think the president meant by that statement?
I haven't thought into what he might have meant.
And the words coming out of the mouth of the commander-in-chief using our cities as, quote, training grounds, those are the things. Going after, quote, the enemy within does not give us confidence that this president is going to always use the military in an apolitical way that's exclusively meant on protecting the United States.
Another point of controversy, how much the deployments are costing taxpayers.
National Guard deployments to American cities by this administration have cost taxpayers a little over $410 million so far.
That's money that was meant for military training facilities, crumbling military barracks, schools for military families, and instead it was spent on deploying our National Guard to pick up trash in Washington, D.C.
Oregon is among the states President Trump sent troops to protect the Portland Ice Building. A judge blocked that deployment.
In the cases of Oregon and Illinois, Secretary Hegseth offered Governor Kotek and Governor Pritzker, respectively, the support of the federal government to help fund a Title 32 deployment in Portland and Chicago, and that offer was rejected by those governors.
Behind those legal debates is a basic question about how we think about the use of power in our democracy.
During today's hearing, senators took time to express their condolences for the 2 National Guard members shot right before Thanksgiving while on a deployment in Washington, D.C. Specialist Sarah Beckstrom died from her injuries. Today's hearing came just one day after the president faced another legal setback. A federal judge in California ruled that the Trump administration must stop deploying the California National Guard to L.A. The White House plans to appeal that decision. Okay, as for the latest in the Oregon case, it is on hold until the U.S. Supreme Court makes a decision on a similar case out of Illinois. That ruling is expected any day.